William in Simpsonville, South Carolina. What was the most shocking moment you witnessed in wrestling? Really? Obviously, Owen Hart falling to his death. How could anything in my life, in that regard, be more shocking than that? You know, we had that was such a chaotic night, to say the least. I remember coming back. We went to a video package. And we're getting ready to come back, and we're told in our headset, Kevin Dunn, our executive producer, told me, JR, we're coming back to you guys, and you need to let everybody know the update on Owen. So I hit the talk back button on my box, and so only he and I were then communicating. And I said, I don't know what the update is. Nobody's told me. So in the chaos, the folks in the back that were supposed to tell me at the gorilla position what was going on was off the headset doing other stuff, which I understand, but we didn't have the information. So he told me, he said, well, he's dead, and you're back in 10, 9. So I had about 10 seconds to kind of figure this, process the dead, and to be able to articulate something that was half-assed legible to the audience. And I have never gone back and watched that tape. I have actually met people at meet and greets. I do my shows, these one-man shows. The next one's coming up in December in Boston, at Laugh Boston, December 16th. But I do these Q&As, and people, they seem obsessed with this, with the most horrific things. And maybe is that a sign of our community where we live, or our communities, or the national news, that tragedy and chaos is always going to trump anything good. Always. So somebody along the way has decided that you, Mr. TV viewer, would rather hear bad news than good news. We've decided that for you. So you don't have to worry about how we're going to lead off tonight's news. It's going to be chaos and calamity and confusion and all kinds of heartbreak. You're going to love it. Insanity. So that was a tough, that was horrible. I think just to justify it, why it happened to such a good guy. Owen Hart is probably the only guy I can think of off the top of my head that in my career, which is over 40 years now, that I've never heard anybody say a negative word about. In the wrestling business, that's damn near unheard of. It is unheard of. It's the most unheard of thing I ever heard of, and Owen Hart was probably the nicest guy that's come down the business, at least in my career, in my lifetime, that I've met. Great guy. And you wonder about that,